Assalamu alaikum, my dear grade 5 students. Hope you all will be fine. It's your English teacher, Ma'am Bushra here. Let's start our today's class. So just open your English language textbook. Open page number 10. Page number 10. We have started our first unit, the shoemaker and the elves, in which we have learned that there was a shoemaker, George, and his wife Callie. They were very kind and generous people. In the start, they were having hard times. They were going through very hard times because there was nothing to eat for them but only cabbage. And then something strange happened, a kind of miracle, that whenever they sleep at night and they woke up in the morning, all the shoes were already made. And they charged a very good price of those shoes. So we have learned up till there. Today we are going to finish the rest of the part of the first unit, the shoemaker and the elves. So starting from here, because we have learned till here, so we will start from here. And in amazement, I must have those brown shoes with red flowers. They are the most beautiful shoes I have ever seen. I will pay you 30 marks for your fine work. When Anne saw the shoes, she liked those shoes and she asked George, the shoemaker, that I will pay you 30 marks. I have told you in the previous lecture that marks is the currency of Germany. Understand? So she said that I will give you 30 marks because you have made these shoes very beautiful. They are splendid. They are gorgeous. So I will pay you 30 marks. It was a pretty good amount for them. Then what happened next? Jacob said, I would like to buy the black boots. The work is superb. I will pay you 50 marks for your fine work. Now Jacob said that I will buy the black boots because you have made them very fine, very beautiful. And how much he was offering? 50 marks. Okay? George, they are yours. Let me wrap them for you. He said, they are yours. I will just wrap them for you. Town crier. On the same day, town crier did an announcement. 12 o'clock noon. 12 o'clock noon. It was 12 o'clock and things are looking very fine. Narrator. And so it went on. Each day, the shoemaker would buy more leather and cut it out. The next morning, beautiful pair of shoes would be placed on the workbench. Every night, the shoemaker would buy more leather because now he was having a pretty good amount. So he would buy the leather, he would cut it out, and the next day, beautiful pair of shoes would be placed on the workbench. The kind, gentle, good-hearted and no longer poor shoemaker and his sweet, generous wife became very rich. Now, initially they were poor, okay, and they only had cabbage to eat. But now they were rich and they were having a pretty good amount. They were no longer poor. They had enough money to buy meat, potatoes, nice clothes and beautiful leather for new shoes. Now they were having enough money to buy good meal for themselves and good clothes. They never had to eat cabbage again. They never had to eat the boring cabbage again. Now they have enough money to buy something else for themselves to eat. George thinking, my dear wife, did you make these shoes for me so I had something to sell? George said to her wife that, are you making these shoes just for me so that I can sell them and I had enough money? Kelly, surprised. No, I thought you were working hard all through the night. She said, no, I thought that it is you who work the whole night and make such fine shoes. George making a scheme, making a plan. We will stay awake at night to see who had been helping us. He said that we will stay awake the whole night and we will just see that who is helping us. Okay? Town crier. What did the town crier say? It is midnight. The night has a lot of mysteries. He said that it's midnight and the night has a lot of mysteries. Mysteries means secrets. Okay? Town crier. Okay, we have done it. Narrator. Callie and George waited up all night to see who was helping them. They stay awake the whole night just to see that who is helping them. Then 4 little elves entered the room dancing and jumping. Then they saw that 4 elves, you can see the pictures here. Elves are an imaginary characters. You can see with pointed ears. Understand? So these 4 little elves, they entered the room. And they were dancing and they were jumping. Okay, now elves, the 4 imaginary beings, elves, singing together, let's help the shoemaker, let's help the shoemaker in making new shoes. They were singing it, let's help the shoemaker in making shoes. Then one of the elves named Kobe, what he said? He once gave food to poor Bart. Bart was also an elf. Bart was also an elf. So he said that, Kobe said, he once gave food to poor Bart when he was hungry. Mr. George is a nice man with a good heart. They were trying to help Mr. George because he once helped one of their fellow Bart when he was hungry. Okay? Narrator. Kobe, Sparkles, Stitchy and Bart started making the shoes. Callie and George looked from behind the door. You can see in the picture, these 4 little elves, one is Kobe, one is Sparkles, one is Stitchy and the last is Bart. They started making shoes and Mr. George and his wife Kelly, they were looking from behind the door. Okay? Kelly whispering, do you know them? What are these creatures? As I have told you that they are strange creatures. They are very small and they have pointed ears. Okay? So she asked her husband that, do you know them? They are so strange creatures. George trying to recall. He was trying to recall. I can't remember who they are. I think I met Bart once. He was hungry and came to my shop. I had only cabbage to eat at that time. Since he was hungry, I gave half of my food to him. Now he recalled that what actually had happened. He said that once I was in my shop and I was only having cabbage to eat. Bart came to me and he was hungry. He needed my help. Although Mr. George was having only 1 cabbage to eat, he was having nothing else, still he gave half of the cabbage to Bart. Because he was very kind-hearted, he was very generous, so he gave half of his food to him. Kelly wiping her tears. It is a good thing you helped someone even if you didn't have enough. It is a good thing when we help someone even if we have nothing. Okay? Helping someone is a good thing. We all should help others. Narrator. We learn from George and Callie's story that kindness goes a long way. If you do something good to someone, if you do some kindness to other, it will not go in vain. Okay, it will not be wasted. You will have a good reward of that at the end of the day. So the universe works in magical ways to help kind-hearted and good-hearted natured people. Good natured people. The universe works in a very magical way, and it helps those who are kind-hearted and who are good natured people. So just as God has helped Kelly and George because of their kindness and generosity, so same our Lord will help us if we help others. It is not about what you have. It is about what you can give to the world. It is not about what you have, but the thing which matters is that what you give to others. At least you can give a bit of what you have. So what we have learned from this story, that we should always help others, and Allah will give us reward of our kindness and our generosity. I hope you would have liked the story, you would have enjoyed it. Thank you all. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.